Appreciate being on the show. We are seeing really strong demand. July orders were up 60% year over year. Really since the pandemic started, and last time we were on the show, really talked about things slowing down, managing cash. And since really the end of April, beginning of May, we're seeing strong demand from our customers who primarily are in rental situations, primarily in apartment, looking to get out of those dense urban environments and get into home ownership. So things are really good right now from a demand standpoint.
Yeah, I was going to ask about the home ownership rate because, for years, this was a number that was stuck from the financial crisis and really could not get up. And we were wondering how much of that was scarring, how much of it was millennials living with their parents, which a lot of the data showed was happening. Is that finally changing as a result of the pandemic?
We think it is, and that's what we're seeing in the field. Again, our customers are currently in rental situations. They're in a dense environment with shared hallways, sharing elevators, being in that situation in a quarantine type environment. And what they're starting to look at is the ability to own a home. Interest rates are low, which makes it an affordable payments. They can have some more space. They can have a yard. They can start building up equity into their house. And it's just a much better living situation and coming out to the suburbs. And we're a builder that's 100% suburban builder. We're focused on having spec inventory so we can have the customers ready to move into their home and out of their apartments quickly. And we're seeing strong demand. And we think this change is going to be here for a while.
So urban to suburban's a clear theme that it sounds like you've witnessed. Are there any other clear themes as well? Does the tax rates in cities make a difference? Are you seeing faster growth in smaller towns versus bigger towns, for example?
We are seeing that. We think there is a flight to the suburbs because of safety. We think there's privacy, the space. Also, more people working from home, which has been a theme I know on CNBC, and we think that's a theme that's here to stay because the location when you're working from home isn't quite as important. And most of the time when you come out to the suburbs or move a little bit further out, the customers can get more space and more value for their dollar.
I guess the question here is just how sustainable these numbers are and this surge is, Eric, when especially you have so many millions of people out of work.
Sure. No, we need to get the country back open. We need to get people back working. Fortunately for LGI, the customers that are employed, the 85% of Americans that are working today, that demand is so strong. And we think that's going to continue. And we think as the jobs come back, that flight to the suburbs and that desire from homeownership is only going to increase as the jobs come back into the economy.
Eric, what level of deposit are people putting down? Where you are seeing new first-time buyers of a younger age who are perhaps in large part attracted by these low mortgage rates, are they quite leveraged up or not? And do you know if they have fixed mortgages or floating mortgages? If rates suddenly soared, could they be in trouble?
Well, right now, Wilfred, our financing for our customers is predominantly FHA. That's a program that focuses on the entry-level first-time buyer. That's a 3.5% down payment. It's actually increased from 3% a number of years ago. And the interest rates are helping. If interest rates went up, obviously that would lead to more expensive down payments. But we think it's a affordable alternative to renting right now, and customers can get in with a reasonable down payment, but they still certainly have to have skin in the game. They have to have income. They have to be able to pay their bills. But very strong demand for those that qualify to buy.
Sorry, so they're only putting down a deposit worth 3.5% of the value of the home?
Correct. 3.5% down payment is FHA standard for all builders, and that's most of our customers are utilizing FHA financing.
Just on home prices, looks like you did get an increase in home prices about 1% over the same quarter last year. Is that going to continue, and are you seeing that across different markets?
We are, Sarah. 1.1% increase quarter over quarter for the year. And then our guidance for the year, we anticipate sales prices continuing to increase, ending the year between $245,000 and $255,000. And we think that trend of prices increasing because we're in a high demand, low supply environment, plus the cost, whether it be lumber, land costs, labor costs, all those costs we see continuing to rise. Therefore, we're going to have to increase our prices of our house to maintain margins.
Eric, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. We appreciate it.